Warning: the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Hey everyone, I am He Who Reviews, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my YouTube channel. I named myself so because I love Who, and I'm here to review it, but I'll also review other things in the nerd sphere. Hence the name He Who Reviews. Anyway, without further ado, allons-y. Hey guys, it's He Who Reviews here, and welcome back to another video on Doctor Who. As I said, the point of this video is a character analysis of Rose Noble, Donna's daughter, and what I think worked, what I think didn't work, and what I think they need to do with her character moving forward. I praised the representation we got with her character. I like how they tackled the trans issues, and it felt really human to me how they tackled Donna's perspective, how they tackled conversations with Sylvia, Donna's mother, and Donna around how they slip sometimes. They're not sure of pronouns. I'm going to keep calling Rose Noble she, because I think that's what they call her. So I believe that's the correct pronoun to use for the character, but I'm not intentionally, meaning any offence. If I'm wrong, I apologise in advance. So I really liked the representation we generally got in the special of the Star Beast, and I liked how they left it with Rose actually saying, after all these years, I'm finally me. I mean, that leads to problems, as I think I talked about in my Star Beast video, of, wait, are they saying that she felt trans and different in some way because of the meta-crisis confusing her brain, or are they saying she's finally free to be herself, her fully trans self, and that's an allegory for that? They kind of left it in a way that I wasn't quite sure what they were saying, and it was kind of weird, to leave that open-ended. I thought, given the modern climate of television and the modern climate of angry fan bases, Russell T Davies would want to clarify that, and I'm not saying that I know either way, or that Russell T Davies should be attacked for not clarifying that and confusing me. Leave creators alone, don't go after them, don't attack them, let's not do that. But what I am saying is it was confusing to me why they left it that way. And I liked the character in general, so I'd like to see more of her as well. So I think the character was a good character, but the problem I have with her character, or at least the problem they have going forward with her character, is you gave us one special where you were able to explore relevant issues to her character and what she goes through being transgender in whatever way she's transgender. You were able to explore that. That was done well. However, then you just went, okay, representation over. We did it, lads. And it kind of just feels like they went, we did it, lads. This character's done. Because what are they going to do with the character now? She's just hanging out with David Tennant's original Doctor while shooting out what goes off as the Bi-Generation Doctor and has adventures. So what relevance does Rose Noble have to the story? And it feels like you've set up a good character with good representation, with elements we learnt about her character. We learnt the most basic elements, like a character's gender, their representation. A character's gender, no matter how well handled and how well represented it could be in a story, and how relevant it can be made when you talk about trans issues, that's not a character trait, that is just a literal description, and that's kind of all we learn about Rose. And I'm not saying this to shit on the inclusion of these issues, or to say that they shouldn't be included. Quite the opposite, as a matter of fact. You set up a character I want to see more of, but where is she realistically going to appear in the story? And I think you've got a problem with this character going forward, because Rose Noble was a good character, but we only really learned basic things about her, and I think you need to give her more time to explore who she is as a person, not as relevant representation characteristics. And I think they've got a problem going forward, because then when people turn around and be critical and go, well, it was just because she represents these issues and she doesn't have much of a character, I don't think you can really deny that in Rose Noble's case, because that was kind of what she was there for. And then when she was like, oh, I can finally be me, and it's a good, hopeful ending, but what does her being her look like? What's her personality? We didn't really get enough time to establish this character as a fully fledged character, and I'm sad for that, and I think that is something that the writers did not do this character a good service. So as a character analysis, I have to say the character is a bad character, with a good start, but really needs expanding to be a good character. And for the people probably screaming it at me right now, I will cover this issue. People saying, well, Big Finish will cover her character, obviously, because that's why they kept the David Tennant Doctor around, to occasionally allow Russell T Davies to play with his favourite toy, and to allow David Tennant to come back and have fun when he wants to, and to allow for Big Finish storylines in between. And yes, that's true, but I think if you're going to do the representation and the character as a character, not just as a symbol of representation justice, you need to give Rose, Noble, and David Tennant's Doctor, like the adventures, give Rose, Noble, and David Tennant's Doctor like a single niece and uncle adventure kind of thing, and show them having fun, show how she reacts perhaps differently from Donna, or how she reacts similarly, and show her as a fully fledged character, as a fully fledged person, not just her base characteristics of representation and gender, because that's not a character, that's a base descriptor, and I enjoyed the way they tackled those issues, but it's not a character. It's a descriptive characteristic, not a character. And to do this character justice, and to do the representation they did well with, and started well with justice, they need to give this character more to do. And I'm not saying they need to put her in everything. I'm just saying she needs one more, at least one special, where her and David Tennant's Doctor go off and do fun things, and we see her reactions to the alien world, and then put her in Big Finish. Like, I'm not saying you have to even do a lot. Just do something more, because Rose Noble is a good bare-bones representation of a character with good bare-bones characteristics that we've seen, but she doesn't get to be a fully fledged character. And that's a sad thing to me. And because Rose Noble does not get to be a fully fledged character, she is in fact a bad representation of a character, and a bad character because she's not a fully fledged character. But I'm saying this in support of the representation. I'm saying the representation was good, and we need something more before it's just given to Big Finish or wherever else they put the character in future. But unfortunately, I don't think you can really fight back against critics that say the character was nothing more than base characteristics, because even as someone who liked the character, that's how I'm feeling with her right now, and I'm sorry to say that, and I think that they need to give Rose Noble a little bit more to do. But that's my thoughts on Rose Noble in a character analysis. Not a great character so far. A good start to a character, but definitely can't be considered a good character overall, or a fully fledged character, or a great character because she hasn't had enough to do. That's my thoughts on Rose Noble. What's yours? Where would you like to see the character pop up next? Do you think I'm overanalyzing this? Do you think that just putting her in Big Finish is fine? Comment below and let me know. Anyway guys, that's the end of the video. You can go now.